Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Matt from the Matt Night Show, and in today's video, we're talking about something that people missed this week, right? And that is that Trump is suing the IRS. Isn't that crazy, right? And how much do you think he's suing them for? Let's take a guess. Come on. The roll. $10 billion. That stuff is crazy. So let's kind of go into the video talking about this lawsuit that Trump has brought to the IRS. Run the clip, Josh.
Tonight from a Miami federal court where President Donald Trump is suing the IRS for allegedly leaking his tax returns. The lawsuit puts Trump, his sons Eric and Don Jr., and the Trump Organization up against the Treasury Department, suing for $10 billion in damages. The lawsuit claims an IRS employee leaked the Trump's confidential tax returns to media outlets, including the New York Times and ProPublica. This allegedly happened between 2019 and 2020. NBC News is reaching out to the IRS for a response.
Man, this is crazy. And you know why it's so crazy? Let's take a guess. Let's think about it. Is it because just the lawsuit sounds ridiculous? Maybe, but that's not quite it. Let's think about this one more time. Is it because we're talking about the Alex Preddy and all the crazy stuff happening in Minneapolis and ICE agents? Maybe, but that's not quite what makes it so crazy. Let's think about it just one last time. It's because Trump is suing the IRS during tax season. Isn't that crazy? They kept talking about how big this tax season was going to be. Remember, run a clip, him talking about the big, beautiful bill and what you were going to see in tax returns this year. Run a clip, Josh.
We're also putting thousands of dollars in the pockets of hardworking Pennsylvanians with the largest tax cuts in American history. That's no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security for our great seniors, no tax.
Man, and don't forget when Scott Bessent went on TV and kept using those same talking points about all this money that was going to flow in from these tax cuts and how you were going to see it during tax season. Run a clip.
The one big beautiful bill was passed on July 4th, but for working Americans, it was retroactive to the beginning of the year. Most taxpayers did not change their withholding, so as a result, we're going to see very substantial 100 to 150 billion of refunds in the first quarter go directly to Americans' pockets. So the sooner they file, the sooner they'll get them. Our estimate is it could be 1,000, 2,000 per household, depending on the number of work.
So let's think about this, right? If Trump is suing the IRS at the same time that millions and millions of Americans are filing their taxes, what does that mean? Let's think about it one more time. He's going to mess up tax season. Isn't that crazy? So they kept telling you how much money you were going to get during tax season, how you were going to see this big economic boom. And right in the midst of tax season, Trump decides to sue for $10 billion. That's a selfish president, man. That is selfish. And this is the worst part. This is not the first time he did this. Remember a few months ago? He was suing his own Department of Justice, right? Because they did him so wrong in the past and all those cases and Russiagate and all these different things. He wanted $230 million. You know what this means? Let's think about it. Translation. I'm about to shake down this government and get as much money as I possibly can and screw the American public. That's what we're dealing with. But you know, for some people out there, they're going to see this and they're going to kind of make their little comments. And at the end of the day, they're just going to do what?
Blame Biden.
Blame Biden. But there you go, everybody. Trump is suing the IRS during tax season for $10 billion. That's where we are right now here in America. So make sure if you see this video, make sure you do those 3 things. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Take care, everybody.